Welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here, and today I will be checking out a platform called Roblox. I know, before you even say anything, why? Why this? It doesn't look good. It's made for kids. It looks boring, and the controls suck. First off, let me tell you this. I used to think the same way till I actually tried it out. Yeah, the controls are not good on some games, but I noticed the more I tried certain games, the more the presentation was a little more appealing. Note that I was a little hesitant at first because there are a lot of kids on here. It just made me feel icky, even though I was just getting some footage for the video. As for chats, I kept it simple. I didn't even say hi, but I did ask a couple of questions such as, how do I get out of the car? And if I was having fun, I would type wee or cool. That was the extent of my interaction with the players. So let me tell you a little bit about Roblox. It's an MMO that lets you hang out with your friends, and if you really want to get your feet wet, you can try to design your own game. Most of the games that I have seen are like Cops and Robbers, racing, survival, and roleplay. And I mean roleplay. Anyway, like I said, if you want to design your own game, you will have to use a program called Roblox Studio, which is free. The games are made under the Object-Oriented Programming, or OOP system, utilizing the programming language Lua to manipulate the environment of the game because of its easiness to embed, fast execution, and short learning curve. Here I'm going to show you what I have done in a few short minutes. I was just experimenting with the editor. What I'm doing here is basic stuff, no manual scripting or anything. Though this won't get you any money, it's a start for someone wanting to learn how games work. And what I mean by not making any money, I am referring to my build, because what you build will probably blow mine out of the water. So let's start out by opening the Roblox Studio and looking at what options we have. Here you'll see you have on the left New, My Games, Recent, and Archives. Along the top you have All Templates, Themes, and Gameplay. So some of these things are already pre-made for you to choose from, and you can just select it, double click it or whatever, and then it will lay it out right for you, and then you can manipulate it. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a flat terrain. And over on the left you'll see where it says Marketplace. We can choose some assets that we don't even have to pay for. So we'll just drop this observation tower down, and then we'll add some trees. I'm going to make something like a little zombie thing, something like really fast. I'll put some more trees down. A road pack. Do we have to pay for this? Okay. So, I selected it, and it looks like it's made of multiple parts, and I'm going to try to lay it down and see what it looks like. Kind of hard. You get to move it in 3D space, too, on the X and Y and the Z axis. And the editor is quite nicely laid out. If you look at the top, you have your home and your models, and you can test it, view, and you got your plugins. And I don't like this, so let's go ahead and get rid of this because we don't have any buildings or anything. So let's just go ahead and find out how we can delete this. So we can hold down the mouse button and select them all, and we can hit delete. All right, so let's go back over here and to the marketplace, and we'll just grab this little blue car, drop it down. We're going to try to drive that thing in the game, our little simple game that we're making. And of course, if you're going to have zombies, we're going to have weapons. So we can grab the rocket launcher and a pistol. Let's just drop that down anywhere randomly. Let's put a getaway vehicle. We have a motorcycle. We'll drop the motorcycle down there. Okay, exploding barrel. I mean, you know, Doom had a lot of those. So let's put some down in ours. All right, zombies. We're gonna put quite a few down, maybe, you know, 3 or 4. See what they can do. They can chase us around the map. All right, so we can do, we'll select these and see if we can change their characteristics. So we'll go over here on the right side in the Explorer, and you'll see where all the zombies are selected. So let's go down and let's see, go to make them run. Do that. So we just made the animation for them to run, and this is all built-in scripts, because you can do some manually, which, like I said, I'm just messing around in here. Don't know how to do that just yet. And we're gonna see if we can make this guy do something different, possibly. Make him jump around. Hopefully it works, because all I'm doing is I'm just selecting and toggling and clicking. All right. So for our soldiers, our backup team, our defense, set them down, see what happens. So again, we're trying to find something. What can we change? I think we need to go up. That's going to do anything. So let's get the script. Not showing too much of anything. This might be one. I mean, they're going to be aiming. That's what it looks like. But this may be one that we can't change. It may be something that's stock to where they're going to shoot regardless. So like your good guys, they're going to be backing you up. Okay. Put down another weapon and another one over here. I don't see anything else that we can use. I mean, we could put a house down, but nothing. We don't need anything else. So all we have to do is go to the top and hit the play button, which will activate the player. So there we are, we're in the game, our guys are shooting. We just killed one zombie, they did anyway. Let's get this rocket launcher and point at the zombie. A little chat box popped open, and it looked like they killed him before my rocket got to him, and I shot him anyway. So let's kill this guy. Oh, right. So, you know, look at that already. I mean, it's a fairly good starting point. To show a little bit of what the Roblox Studio can do. And I'm a noob. So we're going to try to drive the car. Usually you just walk up to it and hit E and you can get in. Alright, we're in the bus. We can drive around. Alright, here we go. Let's show you. Oh, see, never shoot inside of the vehicle with a gun. I mean, and that's true in real life. Especially a rocket launcher trying to shoot out the window. Just don't do it. So let's go ahead and grab our other weapon that we have stashed in the bushes and check out our exploding barrels, see if they work. And yes, of course. So we have minimal sound effects, and let's try it on one of our friends. Wow, great, it works. So as you can see, it's not too bad if you put the time into it. Say for instance, you put in the hard work and your product plays and looks great. It may be time for you to try and make some money off of your labor. It's advisable to purchase the Builders Club if you are going to get serious. The prices range between $5.95 and $19.95 a month. Yeah, I know it's a lot. And with that membership, you will receive anywhere between 450 to 1800 Robux a month. You'll also be able to get some free extra gear. As a Roblox Builders Club member, you may occasionally get extra free virtual items to equip. The items you will get depend on what kind of promotions are running at that time. If you get a Roblox Builders Club membership, you can trade your items with other members or even sell your items on the Roblox catalog. When you sell your items, you'll be giving more Robux to spend. If you build a pretty popular game like the one you have built with your hard labor, you can charge to have access to it. You can charge for VIP rooms in a big social area. For example, this is something small, but you can charge for it. What if you charged to have access to unique clothing in a role-playing game? That's pretty good. I mean, it's money and you've made it. Standard advertisements will be removed, so you won't see them anymore. Also, you'll get access to new game features early, and that's a plus if you really get into it. The amount of Robux you get varies if you are a member or not. If you sell something as a non-member, you only get 10% of all the sales, which is totally rip-off. If you are a Builders Club member, you get 70% of all the sales. That's a lot. Just ask the developers over to have their games on Steam. No, seriously. It's not a bad deal if you plan on utilizing the platform for monetary gain. Remember, this is a kid-friendly platform, so be careful on what you make. By the way, if you are a parent and you are going to let your children play on this platform and you're going to play these free games, there are some predator blockers. This is what I call them. It's actually privacy, but I call it predator blockers you can use that's in the privacy setting on your account. Just head on over there and you can see in the contact settings, you can choose who can message your child, who can chat with your child in an app, who can chat with your child in a game, and who can find your child's phone number. And it also has other settings. I think you might find it useful if you want to try to protect your child online as much as possible, but also teach them not to talk to strangers anyway. That's common sense. Anyway, moving on. The games that I checked out were random except for one. The first one I loaded up was Rodents Farm World by Virtuality World. I believe this is a role-playing game that you can play with friends. I see this as being popular with little girls or people that want to come back as a horse or some other creature. I was lost in the game and I didn't know what I was doing until another horse offered to show me around. We played a bit and even met a human. We took a tour of the barn, and when I got tired, I took my leave. Then according to the description, it says immerse yourself into this new world where you can roleplay, hang out with your friends, and make stories everywhere you go. In this game, you start with one character as you play, and you will be able to unlock new farm-related animals and humans based on a rarity system. So that one human that I thought was an NPC could have possibly been another player. Next up is Royal High, and it's exactly like it sounds, royal. You start at the gates of a classy building. After reading the description, I think it's called Royal High Campus. Anyway, I saw people with wings and real fancy clothes. I had no money, so I just had the standard outfit on. So when I found out I had a wand, I was able to choose where I wanted to go, and lo and behold, I ended up in a carriage like Cinderella. I love the purple. It's like I'm waiting for a My Little Pony to pop out. What is that pony's name with the rainbow tail and all of that? Rainbow Dash, yeah. That actually was my favorite pony. No lie. So I started flying around the building just to see what was going on. I mean, it looks like people have really put in some time with their characters, or possibly spent a lot of their parents' money buying these different assets. I was following this character here. I didn't want to feel like a creep, or actually seem like a creep, so I left her alone and went back to the main level. And here it looks like you can play Wheel of Fortune, but I'm not a high enough level. Here we are in a resort, and I think you can go to different rooms, but I didn't have any Robux money, so I couldn't visit anything. But it is nice to look at. Everything in Roblox needs money. So when I came back, I couldn't even move my legs, so it stuck. The game, sometimes these games, you know, they're glitchy. Almost forgot, but Call Me Bob is the name of the developer. This next game is called Space Blood Moon Tycoon. And according to the description, you're going to fight off new zombies, or just zombies with unique abilities that come out during the blue blood moon to earn sapphires that you can spend on awesome new stuff. You can follow the developer Lost Games on Twitter for updates and occasional giveaways. Now, when I was playing the game, I couldn't do anything. I could pull out my weapon and shoot these zombies. And at one time, I guess the blue moon came out, and there was a zombie about the size of King Kong, and the only thing I could do was run. It was huge. It was black and big and red. That's all I remember. But anyway, as you see, I'm walking around, and I finally figured out what I was supposed to do. You're supposed to, I guess, create an outpost, but when I was trying to claim something, it just wasn't working. I did find another character here that I was trying to help out by backing her up and killing other zombies that were trying to get her. Here comes some more. So, you know, try to take these guys out. It's a pretty interesting game. You do have a sword that you can use, but I find the gun more effective when trying to take these guys out. You can also zoom in and out of your character, you know, zoom out so you can see like third person. Next game is Stop It Slender 2 by Kenneth97. I thought this game was one of the fun ones. You can play as either a civilian or be the Slender Man. And when I first played this game, which you see here, I was picked to be Slender Man. And it took me just, you know, about a minute or so to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, you can run and turn invisible and run up and down the hallways and grab people, and then you make them look at you. I believe that's what's going on. And you sap their energy. The guy looks creepy, doesn't he? Look at him. But you have to stop all the citizens from getting the pages, because if they get all the pages, then it's game over and they win. So I was able to figure out what was going on, and I'm going through these halls and trying to catch these lone characters. They're pretty quick, and when you are visible, you can't move that fast, so they can outrun you. What she's trying to do now is unlock a page, so she has to stand on, I believe that's a generator, and once, I believe when it turns green, it reveals the missing page. Sometimes you have to turn invisible and get in front of the character to try to block them and make them look at you. And sometimes it's too late for them, then they just die. Now, I don't know what happened to this guy right here. I was just in front of him, and then look. He's stuck in a wall with his hands moving. I think he's dead. So they beat me, and the next round I get to play as a citizen. So of course I got my flashlight, and when you turn your flashlight off, it is completely black. You can't see anything, and you don't know where that slender man is. Then you do see a little static, and if you do see him, you want to turn around, like right now, turn around and run the other way. But we have to find those pages so we can win. This is a decent type of game. It was okay. I mean, I was able to get a page as on my first playthrough as a citizen. See? Cool, right? So it's a decent game. Decent game. I recommend it. This next game with the working title SNK, which is in beta, is by GHXST_05. And if you're a fan, you will be able to tell exactly what this game is. And it is another Attack on Titan clone game. Apparently, when this game is done, it's going to have some really good visuals and lots of things to upgrade. It looks like they got the lens flare going on, which looks great. And I don't expect it to be done anytime soon because it is a younger person that is working on this game. It's just one person. So it may take a while, but at least they do have the buildings down and the textures looking great and the big wall with the big gate. So it's looking good, and I hope they are able to finish it. Looking good. GHXST_05. Next up is Mad City Pyramid Heist by Shrifty Studios. You can be a police officer, a hero, or a prisoner. And when I first tried it, I picked a guy that can run really fast. I thought he was going to shoot lightning bolts, but I didn't find out what his superpower was. But he can run fast, like Steve Austin, you know, the $6 million man, the dude that can run fast, or would it be the Flash? Because I'm pretty sure the Bionic Man starts out slow and then he speeds up, but the Flash, he flies. But yeah, you can go in stores, you can buy weapons. Look, there's a UFO in the sky, and you can even run on water. Look at that, he is running so fast he can run on water. But you're going to go and try to stop the criminals. You're a superhero, so I'm going to go in here and investigate and see what I can find since the alarms are going off. Let's climb up, because I didn't see anybody downstairs. Run past these sabers, and I can hear something up there. And guess what happens? Blam! I'm dead. So, I chose a different character. He can't run fast, but he does have a flame coming off his back. Or, well, off of his body. He's flamed up. Is that the Storm? Johnny Storm? It's one of them. I don't know my Marvels, but I'm just saying, he has flames. And starting out, I didn't know how to use his power, but this guy, he chased me and was trying to kill me. And then when I found out how to use my power, done. Check it out. Later on, I found out how to fly, and I started finding criminals to put them in jail. But they, I don't think they go to jail. I think they die. So you can fly around the city. There's helicopters you can get into, all kinds of buildings. So you just want to go around the city and find out what's going on when the alarm bells go off. So I'm looking for them, and it looks like they're robbing, and we're gonna I'm gonna kill this guy. Look like he's waiting in the getaway car. So he's toast. Here, me and another person are at the villain's headquarters, and we are keeping heavy fire on them. They will come out and fire at us, and one will eventually get away in a car, and I had to chase him down, and I eventually caught him. But yeah, if you get too close to the villain's building, you will actually get grounded if you are in the sky, and you will have to like activate your powers and then go back up into the air. So I was chasing this guy down here, and the game is pretty decently fun. I didn't dislike the game. I thought it was pretty fun. And yeah, I know it looks basic, but it is fun. You don't run out of weapons, or you don't run out of ammo. I did meet my match by this super villain because he was flying too. And there it is, he got me. I definitely recommend this game. Very fun. Next up is Jailbreak Helibombs by Badimo. I think that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not sure, or her name. You can actually get out by helicopter if you have enough money, and you're just waiting around to try to escape. And when you do escape, when them cops come out, they are actually shooting people. They're killing people at the jail. So it took me a minute to figure out that I had to pull on this cage, this grate here, to get out. So you keep running in a direction. You got your overhead map on your left. So keep going, and you'll finally get the message saying you have escaped. So just find a ladder and climb up on out. Now what you have to do is get to the city or go somewhere, and the villains do have a hideout, and you want to cause havoc. I didn't figure out how to do that, but I was able to find some friends, some good robber friends, and ride around and steal stuff. There's a cop that hit me head on, so we got to get away from him. Controls are a little hard to use, because you're using the WASD keys. And there's a train. I mean, look at that prisoner. He's on top of the train. I saw that. It was like, what the hell? Again, in Roblox, everything costs money. So there's a cop there, and I believe this guy, he's gonna catch me. So he got me bent over, hands behind my back. And look, shooting. Look at that. Police brutality. They killed me. So it puts you back in the cell, and after so many seconds, you break out again. Just listen to the gunshots. Everybody is running for their life at a prison. So here I am trying to break into, I think it's a jewelry store, I think. So you gotta crawl in and dodge those red beams. You gotta jump over them. I got $50. And this is at the top of the building. It was too many raids. I got killed, and I ended up back at the villain headquarters. You can actually change the texture of your car, different things like that. And here I picked up another person, and your car has turbo. So my dude, he's hanging out the windows. We found some other criminals, so we're just riding around, trying to cause some type of havoc. Kids, get your mom and dad's permission before you play this, because you're not wanting to do this when you get older. You will go to jail, and you might get something worse than a bullet. By Bubba. Anyway, we're getting out of here, and my dude, he's still shooting, trying to kill that cop. And so there is some fun to be had with these games, and I don't recommend it for somebody that's not a teen or a tween. I don't recommend it for them, but if you are a developer, then yeah, I would recommend it, because if you can teach yourself how to use the studio, you'll be able to make a lot of Robux and convert that into real cash. So we're gonna break in here. We blew the top off. We're going down. And there's the spotlights. It didn't last long, man. I didn't get to get much till I died, but this is another game that's recommended. This is a good game. Ow, I'm dead. Boxing Simulator 2 by Dragon Jest. I didn't... how can I say it? Basically, you sit around just like you see, and you lift weights with one hand constantly. Just click the button, and the more... If you look on the top right over here, you'll see every time you lift weights, you'll get some points. And you'll get chosen to get in the ring and fight somebody like that. The dude that's like a robot. And he clobbers you in one hit. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time and buy a lot of protein bars to even win. I want to say I don't recommend the game, but if you do start to play this, expect to spend a lot of time getting your weight up. Okay? Next up is Phantom Forces by Stylus Studios. And let me say this right now. I like this game right here. You know why? Because it's almost like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Because look at that. Look at the gun. Look at the bullets bouncing off the ground. I'm going to be quiet and just let you watch, because I really don't have to explain this to people that have played first-person shooters. So let me just shut the hell up and let you watch. Now, I'm not going to stay quiet completely. not completely, but look at that. Good sound effects. I mean, you can tell some work really went into this game. And like I said, the more you play, the more the graphics, you don't even mind it no more, because you're actually having fun playing the game. And games are meant to have fun, right? You lose yourself in the game. And I actually heard that guy's footsteps coming around that corner. I was like, here he comes. I had my partner here, and he was like, how did you not shoot him? How did you miss him? I was like, dude, I just did. He's like, you're just as bad in this as the real game. I said, look, man, I don't have time to play these games like that. I said, I'm not an expert like that. But anyway, check it. I mean, look at that. Has recoil every time you pull the trigger on the gun. And I don't know if you can get a different gun. I'm pretty sure you can, because when you start out, you're like in the store or at the spawn screen. So I'm pretty sure you can get something else. Because look at that guy's gun that was beside me on the left. His gun was definitely different. I think he has a scope on it or something. Oh, and when I said my partner, I'm not talking about like that type of partner. Like, you know, my dude is my cool dude, my friend. I guess I should have just said my friend, but I just didn't want anybody to get any ideas. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you know, that's not me. But anyway, watch this. Watch this. I like their up. I can't believe how well it looks, or, you know, it has the sound of the, you know, Battlefield or Call of Duty games. And this is just something really simple. Congratulations to those developers, man. They really put in some work on this. Definitely recommend it. Next up is Natural Disaster Survival by Stickmaster Luke. That's one name you got there, sir. Good. And the object of the game, what you have to do is survive natural disasters. Like this one here is a sandstorm. And I'm like, alright, a sandstorm. So, what are we going to do in a sandstorm? Sand getting in a building? No. Sand will actually start blowing the building apart. And you will have to dodge the things that are coming at you. So look at that. You know, lockers start flying off the walls, bricks. You know, this is a pretty decent game. I recommend this game too. It's actually fun. It's easy to win. I mean, I won like 3 in a row.
The whole building's falling apart. Get outside. Get outside. Wait.
The way it sounds on some levels, they could have actually got some sound samples from actual thunderstorms or different weather.
The whole school is yay! Whoa! Can you get killed by? Whoa! We are in an eruption. It's Mount St.
Again,
Helens.
this is another survival. Again, we have to survive something else, another natural disaster, and this one happens to be a volcano.
Oh boy. Look at that dude up there in that house.
If you notice something about the graphics, midway through, I found out that I had the graphical settings in the middle. So I turned them all the way up, and that's why it looks like really, really sharp and clear.
Yes.
But regardless of the other games, you will get 60 FPS if you are using the Acer Nitro 5.
Looks like being on the beach.
And this is our last natural disaster gameplay here.
Hey, that's Ponce de Leon.
For some reason, I was addicted. I just wanted to keep playing.
What? Oh! Woo! Or in high place. I'm standing right here. Get out of the windows. Oh my God. You see that dude right there? He's turning the floor off. Realistic sounds. And running around outside. You know you ain't supposed to be outside with the lightning, man. Oh, he in a balloon. Like. Blondie. I think that's a spot. Alright, that's enough.
Next up is Vehicle Simulator by Sim Builder. You can pick one of 3 cars and you can become a citizen, work for SWAT, you can become a citizen and drive a bus, or again, a prisoner. And I picked a prisoner. So we're going to break out of here. So the door will open. The alarms are going off as we are escaping. So we're going to make our way for the exit, hit this door, and now we are out. We are free. And you're not going to believe what happened. Okay, that car went past me. He didn't stop. So we're going to keep running. And watch this. What are the chances, man? A freaking DeLorean comes and picks up a prisoner. It lets me in. And look, it takes off the ground. You know, that's cool. So we're just riding around town. And this is one of those games where you break out and you want to cause some havoc because you are a prisoner. And if you look over there on the right side, I am the only what does it say? Prisoner on the whole game. So he has me in the car and we're riding around and he's showing me, you know, around the city pretty much.
I broke out of prison.
Even the DeLorean can go over water. They didn't even do that in the movie. Not even in the movie did they show the DeLorean over water. So yeah, I was having fun doing that. This is a okay game. It is in beta, so it's a lot of stuff probably is not implemented just yet. But just so you know, it's another one of those cops and robbers pick a routine to do and, you know, do whatever. So we were just having fun. He was just happy to pick me up and have, you know, have company. It's okay game, but it's in beta. Next up is Alone Battle Royale by Clockwork Entertainment. Do I have to even tell you what this game is? Look at it. It's PUBG, a clone of PUBG. Even got the particle effects and everything like in Fortnite. The premise is the same. You know, you go around, you open up tubs, get your weapon out, and kill people. And you want to be the last one to survive. Look at the sun rays. Look at the lens flare. Pretty good. I mean, for a Roblox game, it's not bad. Look at that. He didn't even see me. He's too busy digging. Ha! You're dead, sucker. This game right here is another one that I would, if you do play Roblox, I would recommend this one to play. This is definitely good. Especially this one and Phantom Forces. Two good games. I mean, for free. I mean, it's free. You don't even have to pay for it. And you're getting somewhat of a similar experience. Similar? Very slightly similar. I couldn't zoom. I didn't have a scope or anything on my gun. And even when I did get a rifle with a scope on it, it didn't like really zoom in. Like I couldn't see out of the reticle. Fairly decent assets. You got some old broken down buildings. Looks like it's a concrete top, or it could be gray tire. A gray tire for insulation against the rain when it rains. I'm talking crazy, right? But yeah, there's some clipping going on. I was looking and I didn't even see that guy up there. I thought he was outside. I heard his footsteps. I thought he was outside the building. And I just happened to turn around and look up. I saw that gap. I was like, oh, there he is. There he is. So game, like I said, it's same thing as PUBG and Fortnite. Find weapons and armor and badges, bandages, and just kill people. You know, and try to be the last one to survive. Some games have achievements that you can unlock. I did see that one time on one of the games I was playing. It just depends on if the developer implemented something like that, but you will get an achievement if you do certain things. And maybe I was doing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a 4x or 8x scope on that gun. And I'm getting like probably a 2.5 or a 2. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments section. In closing, if the video helped you, feel free to like and subscribe. If you would like to know the hardware that I am using, I have them listed in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Meanpooh out.